For 30 days, I spent an hour a day sitting in my dark closet doing nothing. But why? My screen time for the last while has been 5.5 hours a day. That's 38 hours a week. That's a full-time job, except it pays me nothing. When I was a kid, I used to sit in this very closet doing nothing. It gave me the space to have creative ideas, process my emotions, and to de-stimulate. Little kid me was the king of doing nothing. Now I can't even eat a meal without watching a YouTube video. I literally feel my ability to form thoughts and sentences going away. I feel like I'm becoming an NPC. I'm sick of telling myself I'm gonna change later. I want to change now, so I'm quitting my phone. So that's why I spent an hour a day for 30 days sitting in my dark closet. But what actually happened? Before we find out, I want to measure my baseline for focus and ADHD tendencies. To measure focus, I'll be seeing how long I can sit here and read this book for. Apparently the average person can focus and read a book for 20 minutes. I lasted 13 minutes. I'm so cooked, bro. And to measure the ADHD tendencies, I'll be using the adult ADHD self-report scale. I'm not trying to self-diagnose myself. I just want to measure and track the behaviors that I notice within myself. Over the last few years, as time goes on, I've noticed that I struggled focusing in group settings or conversations, constantly fidgeting or daydreaming when I'm trying to work, always losing my keys, my phone, my wallet, always late to wherever, and I cannot sit normally in a chair for 5 minutes. I wasn't always like this. My score was 32 out of 72. Which is sort of moderate, but it doesn't actually mean I have it. With the baseline testing done, let's begin day 1 of sitting in my dark closet. Man, I was only in there for half an hour. I couldn't even last the full hour. Not gonna lie, that's way harder than I thought. Being still for that long makes me realize how internally agitated and unsettled I am. But half an hour's a start. I reckon I'll get it tomorrow. I stuck to my new routine, 1 hour in the closet every day and no phone. And by day 7, here's how I was feeling. I've been having cravings to go scroll on my phone every day for the last week, but I haven't folded. And sitting in complete darkness in my closet for a whole hour is, for lack of a better word, boring as fuck. I also keep subconsciously opening my phone to go on Instagram, and I stop myself. Like an automatic habit. But on the bright side, I've actually been a lot more productive. I've been keeping my space more clean, working on videos a lot more, sitting in here. That's me for now. I'll check in at day 15. You might think I'm trying to meditate or do something, but that defeats the whole purpose of this experiment. I'm literally sitting in here, going blank and doing nothing. It gets pretty hard sometimes because I feel like my mind wanders so much. Officially halfway through this experiment. I'm definitely getting used to sitting in here and being still. There's something about giving myself permission to just sit and do nothing, achieve nothing, that is quite refreshing. Before, I would always be doing something or trying to achieve something. And if I wasn't doing that, I'd be thinking about doing something or achieving something. And it was actually really exhausting. And I didn't realize I was doing that. But I did make a mistake. A few nights ago, on day 11, I'd finished work, finished all my stuff that I had to do, and it was before bed, and I scrolled for an hour on my phone. I know, I made it this far, and I pretty much failed now. I failed the experiment, but I thought one mishap surely can't derail a whole experiment. I'm pretty miffed about it, but it's only one off, and I just won't do it again. Other than that, I'll see you at day 23. I prefer to do my time in the closet at the end of the day or after work. That's the time I would usually scroll, so I'm learning a new way to unwind. It's day 23, officially 75% of the way through this experiment. I don't really feel any different, but I noticed that now, compared to before, I can eat a meal without having to put on YouTube. Or I'll have nothing to do at 9 p.m, and instead of just scrolling or watching TV, I'll just go to bed. I also noticed before that any creative idea or thought I had felt like talking to someone in a club where it's really noisy, you can barely hear what they're saying. Now a thought feels like I'm talking to someone in a library or a park. It's crispy, it's clear. But I'll be honest, sitting in here is still pretty damn boring. I don't particularly enjoy it, but I don't particularly hate it. Anyways, that's me for now. I'll see you at day 30. They say it takes 3 weeks to learn new habits. I definitely have, but I don't feel any different, even though I definitely am. You don't realize you've changed until you look back. And here we are, 30 days later. We went a whole month with no scrolling, apart from that one time, and sitting in my closet for an hour a day in complete darkness, doing nothing. I'm also wearing the same outfit I wore on day 1, so it's symbolic that I've grown, or that I'm back at square one. Something about it is symbolic, and I'm not sure what it is. I'm curious to see what my ADHD scores and my focus scores, how they compare to the beginning. But before I do that, I want to say, if you're watching this and you're having issues with phone addiction, scrolling, and you feel it consumes your life and you feel like you just want to get out of it, please use this video as a sign to do something about it. You don't realize how cooked you are until you uncook yourself. You have everything to gain and nothing to lose. Another big thing I've noticed that I haven't mentioned already is time. Not only do I have more time, 38 hours per week to be exact, time feels slower in a good way. I used to blink and a week would go by. Whereas now, like a day feels kinda long and a week feels pretty long as well. Kinda like when you're a kid. At the beginning, I scored 32 out of 72 on the adult ADHD self-report scale, whereas now I scored 21. In particular, before I scored 3 out of 4 on the fidgeting and restlessness. Now I barely feel restless and fidgety, and I put it down to a 1. I also would always misplace or lose things. My old score was a 3 out of 4, but now it feels more like a 1 out of 4. And in general, everything else was noticeably a little bit less. And before, I could only focus reading for 13 minutes. The average person can focus for 20 minutes, allegedly. This time though, you'll notice I'm a lot less fidgety and restless than the first time. And I lasted 35 minutes. 22 minutes more than last time. Thank you so much for watching to the end if you made it to the end. Please comment down below if you're struggling with phone addiction, you want some advice, or just want to have a chat about it. I reply to every comment. Other than that, I'm gonna go scroll on Reels. Just kidding. I'm gonna go sit in this closet for another hour. Just kidding. I'm gonna go eat something.